call us. We'll go to bat for you.
355-2700.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Joe Puma. Stay with Storm Surge 7.
Live from Amarillo, working in the Panhandle spirit, ABC7 News Midday starts now.
Thank you for being here this morning. I'm Johnny Atkinson, and this is ABC7 News Midday. Before we get to our news, Corbin is here to tell us what we can expect for our weather today. Corbin?
Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, we're going to have a pretty benign forecast for this afternoon, but starting tomorrow, lasting through much of the work week and into the weekend, it's going to be elevated and critical fire conditions out there.
Does that mean more wind?
Yeah, the wind is going to be a big part of that for sure. Let's take a step outside. It's not going to be an issue today. Temperatures are in the 50s and 60s right now. Winds, again, fairly light. Most of us sustain less than 20 miles per hour. They will eventually shift over to the east and southeast this afternoon. Your dry eye forecast is a level 4 out of 4 for today, and it's everyone's most favorite time of the year, the pollinating. We've started to see some counts show up there for trees, weeds, grasses, and mold count has been up anyway, but it does look like we're starting to see that little green up here as of recent. Here's what we're going to cover in your full forecast, or rather we've got that slight risk for severe storms towards Childress and Paducah. We'll talk a little bit more about the fire weather for tomorrow through most of the week in 15 minutes. Johnny?
Thank you, Corbin. Well, beginning today, parking downtown will be impacted by the Polk Street Streetscape project. City crews will be surveying the area between Southeast 10th and Southeast 2nd. That will lead to occasional parking closures on both sides of the street. It's expected to last for about 1 month, weather pending, as the survey is completed. For more information, you can call the City of Amarillo's Capital Projects and Development Engineering Department at 378-9334. And yesterday, over at the fairgrounds in Amarillo, the Panhandle Quarter Horse Association held an all-day slate of all-around classes. Classes included ranch trail classes and cow horse classes. The Panhandle Quarter Horse Association wanted to make the day about having fun with the ranchers and the horses.
It's a great way just to support the local ranching and horse show community here and give people an opportunity to come bring their horses and show their horses here in the Panhandle.
Well, Amarillo is the home of the Quarter Horse Association, so the organization and its events know exactly what it means to embody the Panhandle spirit. Well, today is the 54th anniversary of the assassination of civil rights icon Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. The site of the shooting, the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee, is now home to the National Civil Rights Museum. Fewer and fewer civil rights advocates who worked with King remain to tell the story. Of King's entourage, the day he died, only the Reverend Jesse Jackson and former UN Ambassador Andrew Young remain. King's legacy lives on in continued efforts and legislation to end racism and other forms of discrimination. And a new nonprofit has formed in Amarillo. Smile Big is built on the mission of giving the Amarillo's young LGBTQ plus community resources and to safety. ABC7's Morgan Durden has the details.
For years, Smile Big has been a vision for Ashton Hammer, president and founder. Rather than saying goodbye, he would instead say, smile big. A dream now turned reality. The organization will provide services for LGBTQ plus youth in our area.
We will be providing therapeutic counseling. We will have a crisis intervention program. We're going to be able to provide food, shelter, and clothing to these youth. Just anything that we see that they need.
As well as things like rehabilitation services, college assistance, and job placement. Paula Killo, Public Relations Director and a member of the community herself, says this demographic can be faced with a lot of challenges.
These LGBTQ plus youth, as they're coming out, sometimes they face homelessness, they face abuse, they face substance abuse, self-harm, suicidal thoughts, suicidal attempts. So obviously, the need for this is detrimental.
Instead of a typical ribbon-cutting ceremony, Smile Big is adding some flair to their launch party at Yellow Rock Events, starting at 8 p.m.
We'll have a DJ, we'll have a drag show, there will be raffles, we're going to have merchandise for sale, and we will have a couple of food trucks.
The event is free and open to the public. Smile Big is also looking for future volunteers, event sponsors, and donations. You can find more information at smilebigtx.com or on their social media pages. Smile Big has big dreams of eventually expanding across all 50 states. Reporting in Amarillo, I'm Morgan Durden, ABC7 News.
Well, coming up on ABC7 News Midday, gas prices are falling across the state. Jane King is in the New York business desk with the Texas Business Report.
And the weather remains quiet for today, but unfortunately, fire weather concerns return for much of the work week and weekend. We'll time it all out for you coming up in just a few minutes.
Life-saving insulin.
And she needs this insulin to survive or she's gonna die like her sister.
Jacked up insulin prices.
I was a little shocked at how much money it cost.
Spotlight on America Investigates.
Do I get my insulin or my supplies? You know, do I get my food? Do I pay my mortgage? Do I pay my utilities?
Capping insulin prices. Tonight on ABC7 Amarillo at 10.
Hey, it's Mitchell with Woodbridge Home Solutions. Interest rates are on the rise, but not at Woodbridge. We've got 0% interest for up to 2 full years. Windows, siding, doors, and more. 0%. Does that interest you? That, my friends, is why Woodbridge.
Okay, so you've seen some cracks in your drywall or brick, and you think you might have a foundation problem, but you're putting it off because you think it's going to cost a ton of money to fix? How does $79 a month sound? Yep, just $79 a month. Just call Childress Brothers Leveling. We'll do a thorough inspection of your home and foundation, recommend the right fix, and do it all for as little as $79 a month. Give us a call now.
Integrity, honesty, unbeatable quality. Children's Brothers Foundation Repair.
Adobe Wall's newest location on Hillside takes center stage as the most exquisite indoor stonework showroom between Dallas and Denver. We've turned shopping for stone countertops into an art form with innovative viewing simulating various lighting effects, stone selections, and design consultation. Adobe Walls offer more stone than anyone in the region, and you'll applaud our pricing to fit any budget. Stop in one of our 2 locations. Adobe Wall Stoneworks, the most trusted name in stone.
Say goodbye to high energy bills and hello to Carrier's Green Speed system. It's a revolutionary breakthrough in home comfort. With Green Speed intelligence that makes it the most efficient heat pump you can buy, saving you money year-round. Access it remotely from anywhere. For Carrier Green Speed, turn to the experts at Avalos Heating and Air and get up to $1,500 in factory rebates. Visit AvalosAC.com today.
Tonight on this episode of Floors of Our Lives, dust through the vacuum. The flooring finalist will be chosen. The choices are carpet, tile, wood.
All of these choices are great. Carpet is cozy and loving, tile is strong and can handle anything. Wood is classy and low maintenance. But which one of these will last the longest? Which one is good with kids and pets?
And her choice is?
All of them. That's why I'm going to Carpet World Amarillo.
Hey, it's Mitchell with Woodbridge Home Solutions. Interest rates are on the rise, but not at Woodbridge. We've got 0% interest for up to 2 full years. Windows, siding, doors, and more. 0%. Does that interest you? That, my friends, is why Woodbridge.
Well, Friday was opening day for recreational cannabis retail in New Mexico. And with an estimated $300 million a year industry on the horizon, dispensaries across the state are looking to capitalize on this opportunity. ABC7's Mitchell Downing has more.
We did the cutting of the ribbon ceremony this morning with the Chamber of Commerce here in Clovis. And so that was super awesome. And all the customers were eager and excited.
Cowboy Verde is a cannabis dispensary located in Clovis, New Mexico. Owner Anthony Torres says he can't wait to see what kind of economic growth his shop will contribute to Clovis.
The selling product today was probably banana cake. It was a flower of cannabis flower, and it's a cross strain between banana, OG Kush, and a wedding cake.
Justin Howalt, Clovis City Manager, says that 4 other cannabis shops in the city made their grand opening today as well. He says overall he's unsure how this will impact the city's economy, but that being on the Texas border will have an impact.
They do expect it to be higher on the communities that border states where cannabis is not legal. So Clovis obviously being one of those communities, we would expect to see higher gross receipts taxes versus a community maybe that's in the central part of the state.
Howalt showed optimism for the industry as a whole in New Mexico and reminded people to enjoy safe and responsibly. Reporting for ABC7 News, I'm Mitchell Downing.
Well, Texas is tops in creating gun company jobs in 2021, and the weekend was full of flight chaos. Jane King is at the NASDAQ with those stories and more in today's Texas Business Report.
Hello, Texas. 12,000 weekend flights were canceled for various reasons. Southwest was particularly hard hit. It canceled 600 flights on Saturday, about 14% of its planned routes. Well, Texas and California ranked first and second in the nation when it comes to how many gun-making jobs they created last year. That's according to the National Shooting Sports Foundation. The firearms industry created over 14,000 jobs in Texas, with more than an additional 17,000 jobs indirectly created by the industry. Well, the price of a gallon of gas continues to move lower after hitting a record high 2 weeks ago. AAA says the current average in Texas is $3.81 a gallon, down 7 cents in the past week. And more than 90 employees have been laid off at USAA's Federal Savings Bank's mortgage department as the need for its services has dwindled. The employee positions were eliminated as the bank projects a 34% drop in real estate loans. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King with your Texas Business Report.
It's Macy's Big Home Sale with an extra 20% off great values like GE Small Appliances now at Macy's and 30% off sheets and bedding. Or shop specials like the Radley Sectional for $21.99 at Macy's.
When the hands that do the fixing need fixing. When the hands that do the caring need caring. That's a job for O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help. Ozempic is proven to lower A1C. Most people who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. And you may lose weight. Adults lost on average up to 12 pounds. In adults also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
Ozempic helped me get back in my type 2 diabetes zone.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 3-month prescription.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
And Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin.
So when allergies attack,
take Allegra before your symptoms take over you. And for congestion relief, find Allegra D at your pharmacy.
Hey, Trent Morgan, Morgan & Myers Roofing and Exteriors. It's been our pleasure for the past 14 years to serve this community. From small roof repairs to full roof replacements, we have you covered. Morgan & Myers Roofing and Exteriors, a name you can trust. We build long-term relationships through quality work and integrity. Give us a call for your roofing needs today.
It's live on stage and coming your way, South Pacific.
There is nothing like a day, nothing in the world.
USA Today raves. South Pacific doesn't just float, it soars. Enchanted indeed. South Pacific.
April 5th and 6th at the Civic Center Complex Auditorium. Visit panhandletickets.com now.
Perfect. And that's how you make them, right?
Not exactly.
Mini corn dogs like you've never had them before. Only at Wiener Schnitzel.
Hi, this is Cody with High Plains Home Buyers. Do you have a house that's costing you too much time and money? Maybe you have equity you'd like to get out, or inherited a home you're not sure what to do with, or own an unwanted rental. We'll buy any property in any condition and pay cash in as little as 3 days, with no fees, no commission, and no hassle. If you're even thinking of selling your house, call us today at 806-414-1444.
No matter the condition when it's selling time, call High Plains for peace of mind.
Let's hear it.
Tonight.
This is it. We're gonna rise to the top now.
Idol decides its top 24. Find out who makes it to your vote.
You are in America's hands now.
American Idol, tonight on ABC. And now, your Storm Surge 7 forecast with meteorologist Corbin Vogus.
Good Monday afternoon, everyone. We've got a handful of clouds. Again, we're going to be dealing with partly cloudy conditions for much of the day, especially in that south and southeast side of the Texas Panhandle. That's looking live out at our sky cam there in Canyon, back off in the direction of Amarillo. Current temperatures right now in the 50s and 60s. Many of us will climb to the mid-60s this afternoon. The winds are a little breezy this afternoon as well, right there in that 10 to 20 mile per hour range. Do expect them, though, to become lighter this afternoon. It's everyone's favorite time of the year, the pollinating. We've got a lot of those pollen counts starting to climb here as of the last couple of days. Looks like we're finally starting to see a little bit of some green up thanks to some of that moisture we had recently. Here's your storm outlook for this afternoon. Again, in the light green, that's where we could see generic thunderstorm activity for the majority of the evening tonight. Again, really not expecting a whole lot to occur. Most of that actually going to be outside of the panhandles, but still giving a 10 to 30% chance for places like Childress and Paducah, including Memphis in that, as well as Kittiquay and Turkey. The bigger story for this week is the fire weather warnings and fire weather watches. Again, we'll have fire conditions from Tuesday, more than likely, all the way through Sunday. We've got several days in a row of fire concerns. Now, again, we'll probably see those watches switch over to warnings at some point later tonight for tomorrow, but the time frame we're highlighting on Tuesday is noon until 9 p.m. That's when humidity values will be around 10 to 15%, and winds could be gusting to 45 miles per hour out of the west, maybe the west-northwest. So it's going to be a very dry air mass coming through the high plains. That's something to certainly think about if you plan on doing any activities that could start a fire. You may want to try and hold off on them for the next few days. Those clouds will burn up through the rest of the evening tonight. We'll end up seeing temperatures tumble down into the 30s and 40s before we end up with a very hot afternoon on Tuesday. That also going to help tie into why we have that fire threat. Temperatures will be roughly 15 degrees above normal. They are around 85 degrees. So from Tuesday through Sunday, pretty much just a copy-paste forecast. Kind of a copy-paste we don't like to see, but it's still something we're going to have to deal with. That wind is going to be a nuisance, so trying to make sure to stay away from those activities that could start a fire. Don't park or drive through the tall, grassy areas. And again, another thing, make sure that you're not dragging chains or any items behind the vehicle that would cause some sparks that may end up in the ditch to also start a grass fire there. Again, because 90% of all these fires in the high plains are actually caused by us as humans. Here's your highs for this afternoon. Lots of 50s where we have abundant cloud cover anticipated this afternoon. We'll still climb into the 60s further off towards the north, and then temperatures tonight fall back into the 30s and the 40s before we have a warm afternoon on Tuesday. Afternoon highs will be mostly in the 80s, but places like Childress, Paducah, maybe Esteline, places like Memphis could end up climbing into the low 90s in the afternoon before we have our next cold front come crashing through. That sends our afternoon highs to the mid-70s on Wednesday, and then it'll be chillier again on Thursday, but still some strong winds providing us with some fire weather concerns. That's a check of your forecast. Johnny, take it away.
Thank you, Corbin. Well, it remains the biggest barrier to getting the economy back on track, and that's high prices at the grocery store, at the post office, and at the pump. National correspondent Christine Frizzell brings us a closer look at the economy amid inflation at home and a war overseas.
For this Georgia cupcake shop, the cost of doing business lately has been anything but sweet. In 2019, Cupcakery would pay about $18 per 15 dozen eggs. But now?
They are $55 for 15 dozen.
And it's not just the ingredients that go into the cupcakes, but the cost of getting those cupcakes to the customers.
Gas prices are ridiculous, so we had to, increase our delivery costs for the first time ever.
Around the country, a sticker shock that's hard to shake. Meat, poultry, fish, and eggs up 13%. Used cars up 41%. The average price of gas in the month of March, $4.22. Compare that to March of last year, when it was $2.81 a gallon, an increase many blame on President Biden.
They went up for almost every day, beginning not just the day after the president was inaugurated, but the day after he was elected, as people were seeing what was going to happen with his energy policies.
White House officials firing back, saying President Biden's actions are helping the economy.
That's why the president took the actions he took this week to release 1 million barrels a day from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, to tell the oil companies they either need to pump oil on the 9,000 permits they have or give them back for others to do that.
The White House also touting that wages are going up as the unemployment rate is going down.
In March, the unemployment rate fell to 3.6%, down from 6.4% when I took office about 15 months ago.
That optimism apparently missing in many U.S. households. A new Harvard-Harris poll shows about half of American voters say their financial situation is actually getting worse compared to a year ago, and only about a third of them believe the country is on the right track. I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.
Well, it'll be a nice, cool day here in the Panhandle. Corbin is back with another look at your forecast when we come back, so stay with us.
I need 2 bacon on bacon quarter-pound double cheeseburgers.
Coming right up.
Can someone grab more bacon?
We're gonna need more of that tangy smoke sauce.
Order up.
Sonic bacon on bacon quarter-pound double cheeseburger.
It's time to replace your old tub with a new shower. But you don't want the hassle or the worry of getting it finished. You just want to pick a style and relax, knowing that it'll be wonderful when it's done. Is that too much to ask? No, actually it's not. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower update.
The weight of auto body repairs can get you down. You may feel drained, uneasy, helpless. Your car just doesn't look like it used to. These are symptoms of car trouble. At ProTech Auto Body, we fix trouble. Whether the cost of your repairs are due to road construction, Mother Nature, or just accidental, our experienced staff will guide you back to that new car feeling. Side effects include pride, satisfaction, delight, and constantly having to answer how your automobile is so shiny. Only trust ProTech Auto Body to prescribe the fix to your troubles. ProTech Auto Body. We fix trouble.
Spokespersons for Tormey and McConnell.
You were hurt in an accident with a semi-truck. What if you can't afford a lawyer?
Tormey and McConnell won't charge you 1 penny unless they win your case.
We don't get paid unless you get paid.
Not 1 single penny.
One of our clients broke her leg in a car wreck. We got her $73,151.88.
It doesn't cost you 1 single penny for Tormey and McConnell to get started on your case.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call us. We'll go to bat for you.
Call 355-2700.
The Amarillo Symphony has been providing history's favorite music to the area for 98 years. You've heard this music your whole life. Now listen to professionals from the Panhandle play it for you. Be a part of Amarillo Symphony history and help us choose our new director. Plus, don't miss our 2022 season guest artists. This is your symphony made up of your neighbors. Come by and enjoy the music.
Wondering if the COVID vaccine is right for your child?
If you can trust it. Well, I represent over 100,000 family doctors.
I represent over 4.3 million registered nurses.
Nearly 67,000 pediatricians. And we all agree on this.
You can trust the COVID vaccine for yourself, or your kids, or your grandkids.
I do.
I do. I do.
I mean it from the heart.
You hear it bacon, that sizzle?
Dude, whatever food does that. Applauds itself on the way out.
There's no other food that claps for itself. Sonic bacon on bacon, quarter-pound double cheeseburger. I've never thought about this before.
Well, it took longer than usual this year to reach music's biggest night, but after a COVID-related delay and a move from LA to Vegas, this year's Grammy Awards finally took place last night. David Daniel has the highlights.
Welcome, everybody, to the 64th Annual Grammy Awards. We made it, people!
Trevor Noah returned as host for an often emotional Grammys, as traditional pop vocal album winner Lady Gaga serenaded her ailing musical partner, Tony Bennett.
I love you, Tony. We miss you.
The show honored behind-the-scenes workers and stage crews who helped get artists back on the road after the lockdown.
Because after 2 years of canceled shows and postponed tours, nobody deserves the spotlight more than the people who actually put up that spotlight.
And John Legend performed with Ukrainian artists after a fervent appeal from Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky.
On our land, we are fighting Russia, which brings horrible silence with its bombs, the dead silence. Feel the silence with your music. Feel it today to tell our story.
Chris Stapleton was among the performers who answered that call. He took home trophies for Best Country Album, Song, and Solo Performance.
And I know we weren't perfect.
Olivia Rodrigo is a 19-year-old triple Grammy winner, collecting Best Pop Solo Performance, Best Pop Vocal Album, and Best New Artist. Silk Sonic went 4 for 4, including Record and Song of the Year for Leave the Door Open.
We call that a clean sweep. That's my
But the night's biggest winner was Jon Batiste, who won 5 Grammys, including the night's final prize, Album of the Year, and marveled at the power of music.
It's like a song or an album is made and it almost has a radar to find the person when they need it the most.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Well, ABC7 News is teaming up with Coffee Memorial Blood Center, First Bank Southwest, and Bubba's 33 for a blood drive on April 6th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and we need your help. Come out to First Bank Southwest branch located at 7420 Southwest 45th Avenue. You can go to abc7amarillo.com to make an appointment or just walk in. Everyone who donates will get a goodie bag, which includes a $20 gift card from Bubba's. Coffee Memorial Blood Center needs 125 units per day to keep up with the demand. Your donation can save 3 lives. So, Corbin, do we get a break from the wind today?
It's going to be breezy today. It's not going to be nearly as bad as it will be tomorrow. So again, if you got a plan to do anything outside, probably today's your best chance to do that. Again, we have the critical fire threats starting tomorrow, and that just kind of becomes a reoccurring theme through the rest of the weekend. So that's what we're expecting. Let's take a step outside. We do have that slim chance that maybe a brief thunderstorm could get going in the southeast Texas panhandle this afternoon. Really not very hopeful on that. Odds are most of us, if not all of us, stay dry. The main story this week is the fire concerns. Already seeing the National Weather Service in Albuquerque issuing those fire weather warnings for tomorrow in New Mexico. We'll likely see Lubbock and Amarillo's offices jump on board with that later this evening. A critical fire threat's going to be in the southwest half and elevated risk in the northeast. Similar conditions for Wednesday and Thursday. Even though temperatures will be colder, winds are still going to be ripping out of the north.
Okay, well, thank you, Corbin, and thank you for being here for ABC7 News Midday. We're always online at abc7amarillo.com.
Have a great day.
There's no one else.
I don't believe that.
I don't care what you believe.
Ooh.
There's only one Judge Judy.
I'm getting you to smile.
Oh, yeah. Judge Judy.
At Family Camping Service Center, we've got fun for the whole family.
Take the comforts of home on the road while you lighten your load in a Rockwood fifth wheel from Family Camping Service Center. Come see the new bunkhouse models with new mid-bunks and the always popular rear bunks. You'll find the perfect camper for your family, vehicle, and budget. Plus, a nice selection of used camp trailers as well at
Family Camping Service Center has something for everyone.
You can get your smile back today. At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we make high-quality tooth replacement affordable for everyone. So whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or life-changing dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can help you go ahead and smile. Click or call to schedule your new smile consultation today.
Go ahead and smile.
A
Adobe Wall's newest location on Hillside takes center stage as the most exquisite indoor stonework showroom between Dallas and Denver. We've turned shopping for stone countertops into an art form with innovative viewing simulating various lighting effects, stone selections, and design consultation. Adobe Walls offer more stone than anyone in the region, and you'll applaud our pricing to fit any budget. Stop in one of our 2 locations. Adobe Walls Stoneworks, the most trusted name in stone.
We have $1 million winner.
Sounds like fun.
That's what we like to hear.
Madison Smith, weeknights on ABC7 Amarillo. The following program is a paid commercial, which has been paid for by the advertiser whose products and/or services are featured in this program.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hollywood Live. I'm your host, Jack Canfield. Today, I have an extraordinary guest.